Hi, I just realized that I think our approach to AI has a lot in common with plant based food alternatives. Now, you might be going, Adam, what are you on about? So bear with me a second. This does relate to my human in the loop experiment. So I'm plant based, not literally, obviously, but diet wise. And there was this time when lots of these things were coming out. And it's like, I can't believe it's not chicken. Well, I've actually eaten chicken and I can't believe it's not chicken. And my observation, what was happening there is you're trying to recreate what was relevant in the old world. In my case, eating a lot of meat and things like that, right? And you were trying to say, hey, we've got a solution for that because we've got the same thing, except it's done by something different, made by something different. So, you know, it's plant-based salami. Well, it's not salami. It's slices of plant-based material because I've eaten salami. You're better off saying, oh, this is a slices of roasted aubergine, for example, that you can put on your bread. If you want to have a nod to the old world, you might be, maybe you call them Auberlamis. I don't know. Where am I going with this? I've realized that it's the same thing with AI. So our natural default position is to say, how can I use AI to do the stuff we've always been doing? So we're not making Auberlamis, we're making, I can't believe it's not salamis. And I think that has some merit for a short space of time. However, that is also why we are getting so many people saying, oh, my job has been taken away from me, because it's just such a laser focus, because it's super easy. It's very hard to make Auberlamis, so I don't know what they are. But it's easier to say, I'm going to take some new ingredients, technology in this case, and make the same stuff we've always been making. It's just so limiting. But I can see how it's such an easy trap to fall into because it's still quite interesting to try and replicate that. Like, for example, what I've done with automating, adding headshots into YouTube thumbnails and iterating them around. It is quite a cool challenge. Uh, but how does that help? It doesn't help in a way in trying to figure out where the new, interesting, exciting jobs are. I mean, fair enough. That may well create a new job, and I do think you will need a AI visual identity manager. Well, that's not use manager. Let's stick engineer behind it because we live in a world where slapping engineer behind a job title makes it cool and exciting. But that may actually be a cool and exciting role. So for me, what I really need to do, and this is going to take a bit of a wrench, is to stop trying to look at how you can augment and change the existing process. That is a very good thing to do to learn the tool, understand how it works. But the next level, the more exciting level, is to figure out where the Auberlamis are. What does it now? What can you now do that you could never do before? And one of my thought experiments for digitizing events, for example, is what if I made it entirely multimodal? You come to an article, you want to watch it as a video, you can. If you just want to watch snippets of it, you can. If you want to have it delivered to you to your phone so you can listen to it while you walk, and not some rubbish listen to it while you walk, properly done. When it hits the images are properly explained. Maybe that's the kind of leap that we need to figure out where the new business models are that will create valuable work. Because I genuinely do not subscribe to this belief that, we'll all be happy and fulfilled when we've got robots walking around doing all the jobs we don't want to do, and we probably don't want to do them. And AI has taken over all the jobs we currently do. Because if you think about it, why wouldn't it? Because AI was trained on stuff we already know. So it knows how to do the jobs. The training implies it's good at what we already do. Because how else would you train them? You need to train them on stuff that's normal. So my mission for the rest of this year, not much of it left, but especially for next year, is to figure out where the Auberlamis are.